Another Hollywood happenings, another movie based on a true story, and this time the origin behind Winnie the Pooh. And Jim Ferguson is here with more as always.
Well, thank you, Alex. Always good to be here. You know, this is a good film. It deals with the life of the author, A.J. Melnie. And we have two of the actresses that play in that are star in Goodbye, Christopher Robin. It's Margot Robbie, who we all know, and Kelly MacDonald, who from Harry Potter, we all know her. And they play the wife of the author, Margot is, and Kelly plays the nanny. So they both raise young Christopher Robin. And here's my interview, which was done in England. Would you both agree with me?
Yes.
You will. Okay. That's a good.
Unequivocally, yes.
That this wonderful film has many, many levels to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's dealing with a lot of themes and you know, it's set in a very specific time between World War I and World War II, and you kind of see the repercussions of that. But more than anything, it's you know, you see Christopher Robin's childhood, you see the family dynamic. You get a real sense of nostalgia when you watch it, I think, for your own childhood.
Yeah. Both your characters loved little Christopher, and Will Tilson was so good, wasn't he?
So great.
What a great... but in different ways.
I think the film really gives you a glimpse of what it was like at that time when you were of a certain social stature and had money, basically, how you were supposed to raise a child. And everybody's got opinions about how you should raise a child, and nobody gets it quite right. And back then it was totally normal to sort of have a child and then not really see that child. You would hire someone else to look after your children, and you might see them in the morning for like half an hour, maybe a half hour in the evening, and then as soon as they were of age they would be sent to boarding school. So then
the nanny became a surrogate
I think
mother, yeah.
Nannies generally and it's sort of, it could be said that the same is true today, you know, if that relationship, you know, when you're looking after a child, is a very precious relationship, and it might be a job, but there has to be, if you're good at it, you have to have a lot of heart.
And Olive knew her place.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And she really struggles, my character struggles in the story to... she tries to show the Mellons and to tell the Mellons that they might not be doing what's best for their son, and in the end, when she eventually does tell them, it's time for her to leave. So it's sort of heartbreaking.
Margot, your character, Daphne, not suited for the countryside, was she?
No, she did not like it. Yeah, she's a city girl for sure.
Yeah. I also noticed, too, that, and maybe it was just the time, and it could have been in America or anywhere, not much emotion, not a lot of hugs.
No. She's very pragmatic in that sense, and she has a sort of frenetic energy about her. I read something interesting, you know, when I was doing my prep for the film, just about women, how they dealt with, you know, with the war, because, you know, while the men are away, they're back there wondering if they'll ever see them again. And I think there's a lot of horrible things happening, obviously, and all those things that war brings. And there was one phrase that really stood out to me. It was that something like constant motion in the face of horror. It was something, you know, it was pretty much saying like if she stopped moving and looked around, she'd just fall apart. So she's just always moving. She's always moving forward. And I kind of wanted Daphne to have that sort of frenetic energy about her.
Beautiful interview.
If you didn't know, this was edited by Alex, and thank you. Beautiful, beautiful.
Always happy
As is that countryside. It brings back memories because they took us there.
Wow. Into
that countryside, into the forest, and it's just beautiful, like the film is too. And we're going to have more of the stars. We're going to have Domhnall Gleeson, who plays the author of Winnie the Pooh. He'll be on with me Friday.
Perfect. Always looking forward to it, Jim. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, if you want even more of these celebrity interviews anytime, just visit TucsonMorningBlend.com. Search for Hollywood Happenings.